Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with my daily theology lesson. It's my lesson that I do. It's my meditation. I record it and I release it because maybe somebody else out there can get something out of it. It's something I do for myself because I want to be a better principled person. You know, it just so happens that I love God. You know, choose God. You know, choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, they sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve, you know. You don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect, you know. Just come to God, you know. If you have some things you're struggling with, just turn it over to Him, you know. Let Him help you with it. If you got to struggle, you might struggle your whole life with stuff. But if you're going to struggle on God's team, you know, not on Satan's team, you know. For those of you who are just tuning in, this I read out of the three major religious texts: the Bible, the Quran, and a Buddhist text. It's a paperback. I'm starting a paperback Buddhist text. It's called The Shape of Suffering. And so I just read a little bit of it at a time. But anyway, so I rotate those texts 3 times, at least twice a week. Sorry, at least twice a week. So the rotation for this week, coming back off a channel break, is we're in The Shape of Suffering. And as I mentioned, it deals with this particular paperback so far is dealing with dependent co-arising. Without no this, there's no that. Just look it up, okay? And every word means something, and it relates to each other different ways. So just look it up. So I'm only going to read a little bit of this because it's real complex. When ignorance of the Four Noble Truths alternates with knowledge of those truths, the relationships within dependent co-arising will alternate between the pattern in which they produce suffering and one in which they put an end to suffering. Knowledge in terms of Four Noble Truths is not an all or nothing affair. Each of the truths has a task appropriate to it. Stress is to be comprehended, its origination abandoned, its cessation realized, and the path to its cessation developed. Because these tasks need to be mastered as skills, their mastery will follow the gradual path of any skill, growing by fits and starts, with setbacks alternating with periods of progress. You know, that's when you're working on stress and not worrying about stuff, you know, rehashing things and trying, you know, or thinking ahead of something that really actually happened, you know, just worrying about it, you know. There's all kinds of this I really enjoy this because it makes us think about things in a more detailed manner, you know. And that can help us to, you know, be able to manage our thought when we start getting into certain habits. But anyway, let me go on. When the skills appropriate to the Noble Eightfold Path are consistently and masterfully applied to dependent co-arising, they can cause the entire system of suffering and its causes to collapse. This is because this knowledge brings about a form of vision that includes neither to becoming nor to non-becoming. This mode of vision functions as a resonance in that it causes the many feedback loops connected with becoming or non-becoming to become undefined. If applied consistently enough, this mode of vision can have a cascading effect, causing all the feedback loops in dependent co-arising to become undefined, thus bringing about the collapse of the entire system. So just think about, just go back and just listen to what I'm saying. This isn't lasting that long, and it will make more sense. Okay, it'll make more sense, but it's really good. I'm going to stop right there because it makes you, it's like it takes your brain and it just does a loop-de-loos when it makes you think about stuff, you know, which is good. We need our consciousness, we want our consciousness to evolve, you know, so in order to do that, we need to think. So anyway, I want you to remember to smile this day anyway and reach out to one person at a time, one person at a time, one person at a time, okay?